Hello class, we are back to the next video for the lab. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to create a fetch sequence using CPU Sim. We have already done the fetch sequence and the steps involved, that is the micro instructions in the fetch sequence in the previous theory class. So let's open our machine. As I told you that you must sit on the same machine because you'll be saving your machine. I mean, you should be sitting on the same computer so that your saved work does not go anywhere. So let me open this machine. So this is it saying that the current machine which opened by default, I don't want it. So I'll say no. So you see, you had created this machine already and you have created the micro instructions also. If you see here, there are instructions created, right? One moment. Okay, you must have created instructions, so that's okay. Okay, so what you're going to do here in the fetch sequence, we are going to go to modify and we go to micro instruction. All right, you look at the fetch sequence. There are 3 instructions in the fetch sequence. The first is, if you look at the fetch sequence, it says first one is AR gets PC. That is the contents of the program counter goes to the address register. So what is the destination and the source here? Program counter is a register, AR is a register, which is the address register. So the type is transfer R to R. That is register to register. So we'll say new. So what is our, let's give it the same name. You can give it any name, but we'll use the same name, right? So that it looks simple. What is the source? What is the source of this? Where is the data coming from? Program counter. Where are you getting these registers from? These registers are coming from the machine which you have already created. Okay. And what is the destination? Where is this data going? It is going to AR. And how many bits are there in address register or program counter? We have been discussing it over and again. 12. So, okay. This was the first instruction. All right. Again, we go to micro instruction. The next instruction says, get the contents of memory and put them into the instruction register. So let's create a new instruction. And what is the type of this instruction? We are accessing the memory. So this will be a memory access instruction. So I'm going to change the type and then click on new. All right. So what was this instruction? This was IR gets MAR. We'll see whether these special characters are allowed in the name or not. This is the notation we have been using. If these are not allowed, if it gives us an error, you can change it. All right. You can also, just for simplicity, you can also say M. But let me see if this works. If this doesn't work, we'll change it. All right. And the direction. What is the direction? Are you reading from the memory or are you writing into the memory? You are reading from the memory. See, this is the source. This is the destination. The data is going, ये data यहाँ से उठकर यहाँ जा रहा है. तो source ये है, means आप memory में से read कर रहे हो. So what is memory is our RAM, and where is the data going? Data is going into the instruction register. Just give me a moment. So, oh, I hope you can see my screen. So we are completing this instruction. So the data is going into, you are reading from the memory and it is going into, the data is going into IR. But where is the address of the memory location from which you are reading? That is in address register. So I'm repeating this again. This is the name. You can give anything. Read means you are reading from the memory. And memory, what is the name of your memory? Let's say RAM is the name of our memory and data is going into instruction register. Address means you have to give here what is the address of the memory from which you are going to read. And that address is stored in AR. Okay, so we are going to say okay to this. Next, sorry, we have to create another micro instruction. I shouldn't have closed it. I should have just changed the name. So if you see here, this one I'm going to delete. If you see here, transfer R to R, we have created one instruction. Memory access, we have one instruction. Look at the next instruction, which says, it says PC gets PC plus 1. So what is the type of, these are the different type of instructions you can create. And according to that, you get the headings here. All right, so you have to choose the right instruction. Now we are going to increment the program counter. So I'm going to increment the program counter. So I've changed the type of micro instruction. I say new. And what is the name of my micro instruction? I'll use the same name because this is just a user-defined name. PC gets PC plus 1. Okay, and what is the register we are using here? Program counter. Overflow nothing, carry bit nothing, delta is 1. This means whatever register I'm using here, that is going to be incremented by 1. This is the default. If you have to increment, suppose there is some situation where you have to increment program counter by 4, you will put the value 4 here. Okay, so I'm going to save it here. So all these 3 instructions have been created. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create fetch sequence using these instructions. All right. Now, as we discussed the other day, we have to decode everything, and decoding is done from the instruction register. So I'm going to create another micro instruction by the name of decode. Again, go to micro instruction, and the type I'm going to create here is decode, right? So you just give decode name by default. यहाँ पे आप कुछ भी नाम दे सकते हैं. I'm going to call it decode. Okay, और कहाँ से हमारी instruction decode हो रही है? Where is the instruction which we are going to decode? IR. This means so this CPU sim is very intelligent. For decode, it will pick the 3 bits, that is 12, 13, 14 bit for memory reference instruction. And for IO and register instruction, it's going to use all of 16 bits for decoding. Okay, so these are the 3 micro instructions we have created to create a fetch cycle, but we have to put them in order. If you again go to modify and see fetch sequence, right? So you write here fetch sequence. Now we are going to add the instructions which we have added under these heads. So the first instruction we have added was under transfer R to R. All right, देखो अब यहाँ पे यही instruction पड़ी है. So हम इसको pick करेंगे और यहाँ पर drag कर देंगे first instruction. Second instruction was memory access, right? This is the instruction we have created. And the third instruction was increment. See this? This is what we had done. All right, this is what we had done in theory class. This is our fetch sequence is created. So that is the next question in your practical list. Okay, you watch this video 1 or 2 times, you will get it. Okay, the first, what does it say? Fetch sequence must contain a decode micro instruction. I forgot to add it. So let's add this. Where is decode? I just have a decode here, and that's all, because everything needs to be decoded, right? Okay. So you look here, your fetch sequence. Yeah, आपका fetch sequence आ गया. आप इसको cancel भी कर सकते हो, delete भी कर सकते हो बाद में. Okay. So please do this in the lab now.